Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I didn't even know the mic was blocked. Can y'all hear me? Damn, that whole time I was talking, y'all. My fault. Let me know if y'all can hear me and everything going through right. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I didn't even know that I had the mute on. Forgive me for that again. So I'm going to start off what I was saying. This music we got going on today, G-Max, salute. I see you in the building. Just music that we got going on today, it's a gift and a curse. Me personally, I'm not fond of drill music because it seemed like everything about drill music is destructive. And it seemed like the record labels are capitalizing off this destructive music with our children running around the street trying to kill each other. The reason why I put this picture up of Bow Wow, shout out to Bow Wow, because he's a kid in this picture. And when Jermaine Dupri had him out right now, look at him. He got a little chain on, got a little fur jacket on. Yolo Brim, salute, 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 salute. I see you in the building. I'm going to drop the link in a little while if anybody want to pull up. See Bow Wow right here. He got on a little mink jacket, a little shirt, a little nice little chain. You dig what I'm saying? And he was popular. Like I was saying earlier, because I had the button muted, forgive me. He had a blockbuster movie, lottery ticket. Jermaine Dupri took his career way beyond. Him and Chris, look about Jermaine Dupri had Chris Cross first. Bow Wow music was so influential to the world. It seemed like Bow Wow catapulted way past everyone with movies. I didn't ever hear Bow Wow talking about killing nobody. I ain't never hear Bow Wow talking about spinning a block or smoking his op. But our children today and these record labels got them so captivated with the money and the flash. You dig what I'm saying? The kid's not really thinking about the repercussions of that. Half, I see you in the building. Salute, I see you in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. Like I said, always tell a friend to tell another friend. That's the only way, quote unquote, we can win. You dig what I'm saying? It seemed like instead of record labels trying to use these young kids as models, FTC Vice Plug, I see you, baby, salute. Instead of them using these children as models to advocate what our young men and young women should be, they're using these children to advocate violence and murder. And the sad part about that murder, everybody talk about how tough they are, but this is one thing the gangsters won't tell you about. The nightmares that come with the murders. The looks that come from people in the neighborhood that might think you have killed somebody or know you killed somebody, but know not to speak about it. Because, you know, when we was coming up, it was taboo to talk about certain things. The looks that you get from people when they're terrified, they don't even know if they could speak to you or not, because, you know, once you hear about a person killing something or being a murderer, or, you know, it's a job. You don't care about if they work in Food Town. You don't care about if they go to church every Sunday. You know, they killed somebody, took someone's life. And that's the most thing that's going to stand out in your mind. Whip wop, salute. I appreciate you for coming in the building, my gangster. I see you in the building. Salute. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button on the way in. Hollywood, I see you in the building. Angel Dickerson, I see you in the building. Y'all do me one more favor, too. Hit that notification bell for y'all to know when I'm dropping. You dig what I'm saying? Because you know what? I'm about to start getting this to a different era. You know what I'm saying? I want to send out my love and my support because I've been on the tube now for 2 weeks and I'm already past 300 subscribers. So I salute to everybody that participated, everybody that told a friend, everybody that came and watched the video. Like I said, if you seen my live last night, I had one of the guys from Brooklyn up there named Shooter. And he told me since he'd been watching my videos, and this is a fact, you could pull this up last night. He told me this and this kind of like touched me. This is like the most deepest quote unquote compliment I've ever heard. If you watched the live last night, he said, yo, Dice, I'm gonna keep it funky with you, bro. I've been watching your videos. And since I've been watching your videos, you showed me how to be a better son to my mother. I'm like, huh? He was like, bro, the way you talk about your moms, the way you respect your mother, the way you always talk about how much you miss her. Me coming home from jail, you dig what I'm saying? I didn't even really think about that for all the years I was gone. This is my beloved mother right here, y'all. Sharon McLeod Young. That's who made me. Abraham Lincoln. Everything alive, everything I want to be, everything I'm ever going to try to be. Like Abraham Lincoln said, I owe to my mother. And that's a fact. Everything I'm going to ever be in this world, man, I owe to my mother. And that's a fact. Back to the topic. You notice that Bow Wow didn't never get into no problems until he got or became an adult. And he had a couple of problems pertaining to, I think, some domestic violence situations. And, some allegations with females allegedly trying to put his name into some foolishness. Salute. I appreciate that. Giselle, I see you in the building. I appreciate you for pulling up. Like I told y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all decided to come spend some time with me. For real. Bow Wow, I've never heard him one time say that he was a killer. I think the name of the movie was something about Be Like Mike. When he was little, he wanted to be a basketball player. If you look at the movie that the character he played in Lottery Ticket, he was scared to death, like he was a good kid. Understand what I'm saying to you? He was a good kid that loved his grandmother and would do anything for her. His best friend was in the streets. He loved his friend, but that's not who he was. Urban Articles, I see you in the building. NYC, everybody in the building. Make sure y'all go over to Urban Articles. That's his thing right there. Go over there and subscribe to my man. He got some vintage pieces. He got some real nice articles. I'm telling you, some real nice articles and some pens. Got some vintage jackets. Got some real stuff over there. Just go pull up on my man and check him out. Tell him Big Dice sent you. You might get a little 050 discount because everything is Glico. You dig me? Now, I want to pull another wrap up right quick because we got some older people in the crowd, and I want to see if y'all understand what I'm saying when I go. If anybody in there knows who this is, let me get some hearts in it. Let me get some hearts in the chat. Let me get some hearts in the chat. For real. For real. Let me get some hearts in the chat if y'all really know where I'm going with this. Jai A, salute. I appreciate you, King. Wingate the IS 390. The rivalry is over. We are friends and we are brothers. Salute. In the name of Jah Rastafari. For real. Yo, this is Rakim. Everybody in here should know who that is. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't, I'm going to give you a little lesson. This is the 18th letter. You see me? The 18th letter in the alphabet is the letter R. Network Calico, salute. I see you in the building. I'm about to drop the link in a few seconds for y'all to pull up. YOLO, everybody, you already know it's love. 050, everything Glico. Rakim, when he was rhyming back in the days, yeah, they was drug dealers. They was gangsters. They was killers. They were con men. But they all lived by a certain code. If you can get a picture of Rakim's first album cover and turn to the back, Rakim is up there with Coogee Rap, Supreme, rest in peace, the real 50 Cent Kelvin, Eric B, Puerto Rican Divine, some real Brooklyn legends. You hear what I'm saying? Rakim right now is at the part of his age where he's getting his due flowers. He's getting his flowers right now. When Rakim was coming up and I was coming up, yo, we looked at Rakim like he was Jesus in hip hop. And that's a fact. I didn't ever hear him talk about destroying a neighborhood. I never heard anything like that. I heard him vividly display, quote unquote, what was going on in our neighborhoods. Salute to the God, L Famous. He is in the building. Y'all go ahead and pull on over there and go to L Famous. That's a G for real. And subscribe to my man channel and tell him Big Dice sent you. Prolific stories, a legend in the street, 10 toes down, Ain't no quote unquote lies detected in his platform or his style. And I stamp that. That's a fact. You dig what I'm saying? Rakim, when he was rhyming back in the days, he was talking about bringing the people together. He was talking about uplifting the world because he God body. Because it's 100% in the world. But there's 85ers, and I'm gonna break down this because a lot of people don't understand when they say about the word 85ers. It's 100% in the world, but it's 85% of the world that is considered deaf, dumb, and blind because they believe in this mysterious God that supposedly flies around in the air and come back down to get you, and is white. We're getting to that another topic because that's too deep for right now. And then with 85%, you put 10% on the 85%. That's 95%. But see, this is the tricky part. If you notice, 85% is a larger number than 10%. Because the problem with some people, a lot of us black people, we too nosy and we don't really love ourselves to the fact or respect ourselves to the fact where we could be alone in solitude. So we always got to be a part of something. We don't do the history, well, all of us don't do the history on it diligently before we get involved with something. Some of us just move because of a false movement that was given to us or a false idea that we can really get on top. But Rakim, when he was on the mic, I never forget this. Like one of my favorite verses from Rakim goes back to my show the other night when I said, stand for something or you'll fall for everything. And he was describing a young lady that he had met. And he said when he met this young lady, he said he was so in love with her. She reminded him of an angel. And the verse goes, first you said, all you need is love and affection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. I took you out, bought you all kinds of things. I must have got you too hot. I burned off your wings. You caught an attitude. You need food to eat up. You screaming like I'm sitting on the couch with my feet up. You scream, I'm lazy. You must be crazy. You thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze me. What? So y'all that didn't really understand the ebonics that what he was saying, which I know y'all do. I'm just teasing y'all. He said when he met this young lady, quote unquote, she just made him feel like he was complete, like he was at the top of his game, and like he had finally found love. But after being around this young lady, I guess for a certain amount of time, and he noticed the money that he had to spend, the clothes, the diamonds, you know what I'm saying? All the money he had to spend. And then he noticed, just like all of us notice, sometimes we get tired of hearing quote unquote what you need, and you're not out there trying to get something for yourself or bring something to the table. You dig what I'm saying? So after a while, certain things become aggravating. It's just like a strong woman that has a man and she's going to work every day, and for some reason he ain't bringing no bread to the table. I mean, like he can't bring in $10 a day. $10 a day. It's 30 days in a month. Sometimes 31. If you bring $10 in the crib every day, that's $310 a fucking month. That's something. Salute the boss victim. She in the building. It's some dudes, quote unquote, thinking it's cool to just sit up in the crib all day and let they women go out there and bust they ass. Because it's a lot of dudes that don't want a woman. They don't want a better half to better them or strengthen them or make them elevate to a better platform. They want a mother. Because a lot of dudes is suffering from Oedipus theory. If you don't know who Oedipus is, go look it up. Leave it in the comments. If you want me to pull up this conversation about Oedipus, we can build on that too. Because a lot of us men grew up so attached to our mothers and we wasn't taught correctly that there's two types of love. Some men fall so deeply in love with their mothers, they'll never be cool with them being around another man. And that's Oedipus theory. People are really strange sometimes when they think. But if you do the history on Rakim always said peace. Every time Rakim ended the show, every time Rakim entered the show, every time Rakim entered the cipher, every time he left a cipher, Rakim said peace. Stillmatic, I see you in the building, man. I see you. Salute. I appreciate you for pulling up. He said a dice, but isn't that the clownness of a woman just because the dude is street? She'll let him do that? I say yes and no, Stillmatic. Because truth be told, I could just speak from my example. I can't speak from everyone else. When I was in the street getting that bread and getting to the bag, I was always taught by my pops and I was always taught by my grandfather that men are supposed to be the provider and supposed to make sure certain things are secure. And if you really care about somebody, you dig what I'm saying? Sometimes we get blinded by the physical things instead of the straight up red flags and signs that are put in front of us. It's nothing wrong with taking care of your woman. That's what you're supposed to do. See, a lot of dudes want to lead their woman, and that's very, very crazy because if you lead your woman, it's just like walking down a hall in jail. If she behind you, a nigga could snatch your ass up and pull in the room and do her dirty. Some niggas want their woman to walk in front of them. Where I'm from, walking down the streets of Brooklyn back in the days, let your woman, let a bad bitch walk in front of you. And that's supposed to be your motherfucking woman. And niggas don't know you. Some niggas that know you will still try to test you because they gonna feel as though if y'all not walking side by side the way you're supposed to, they got the right to push up. So if you're gonna get a woman, try to get one that's gonna walk side by side with you, man. If it's 100-pound weight, she got 50 pounds, you got 50 pounds. It's much easier than carrying 100 pounds. It's much more easy carrying 50 pounds than 100. But the music today, it seemed like that shit is just turning our kids into animals. Rest in peace to King Von. I was listening to something one day and they were saying that God had put down the reason for certain people to leave the earth because when God gives you a gift, because we all cry out to get out the hood, we all cry out for a better place, we all cry out for a little, just to be a little more comfortable and stress-free. And when God give you that quote-unquote gift to be out the hood and be stress-free, and then you go right to the blessing that he gave you and still advocate more violence and more beef, I got a problem. I got something to tell y'all. It's going to be a problem. God is going to take that away from you. I heard them talk about King Von. Unfortunately, I'm not really a fan of King Von music because certain things I just really can't listen to. I was happy that a black young man was getting money and taking care of his family. But when I saw the bios and the documentaries that they had on King Von, at first I was saying to myself, this kid can't be what everybody's talking about. Like, this shit just can't be right. And then I thought about it. I spoke to one of my cousins that actually live in Chicago. And they don't know anything about King Von, but they do know about that area. And they said 63rd Street and the 60s and all that in Chicago, that's a very, very, very dangerous area. And then the night I think about the time when I watched the video, unfortunately, when he caught his demise and lost his life. You dig what I'm saying? It's like I saw it coming because one thing I know for sure, two things for certain. If I'm out of town and I got a team with me and we don't have anyone really, really from our team that we know is secure out of town, it's a certain way you're supposed to move, my guys and gals, because they will treat you like a barber shop special in Brooklyn. And what I mean by that is they will line you the fuck up. They will line you the fuck up. Hold on, let me put this. I'm about to drop this link. I see people pulling up in the building. Hold on. Yeah, I got that thing going now. Y'all can't say nothing. Big Dice know how to bust a move, like the great compa say. I say Big Dice know how to bust a move. I say Big Dice know how to bust a move. I just dropped that link. I say Big Dice know how to bust a move. Seven guard salute, baby. I see you in the building. I see you in the building. If you notice today, though, our children are gravitating to more and more violence. So, Divine, I see you. I appreciate you for pulling up in the building. Salute. I just got off the phone with your brother about an hour ago because we was talking about some stuff, some new designs he got. He got some scarves. He got some new hats. He got some scarves. He got some face. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, this is my man Lord the God. Go check him on his Instagram page, First Messiah. The letter 1ST_MESSIAH. Yo, putting this DM the Big Dice sent you. I'm telling you, go check my man out. He does portraits, freehand. Yo, the dude hand is just crazy. All I gotta say is go to his page. It speaks for itself. And he got a clothing line out called Saki International. If you caught a couple of my videos, I had a hat on and the shirts, and I'm gonna be rocking it and promoting it. Like I said, for years we done spent that money with everybody else. No offense to nobody, but it's time to start bringing that money home. And he in the hood giving back, and he quote unquote trying to make it right. East side of the town, I see you, beloved. I appreciate you for pulling up in the building. But this music today, this drill music, it's just not with Chicago, because we lost a good one too. Shit, we lost Pop Smoke. And let me tell y'all something. It's not because he was from Brooklyn. I really enjoyed listening to some of his music because he was charismatic. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's why some people in the rap industry, they write lyrics and they're ghostwriters because they don't have that diddy bop to get on stage and perform on some 1 2 1 2. Pop had it all. He wrote his own rhymes. He had personality. He was a handsome young man. He was intelligent. You dig what I'm saying? He was creative. And he had character. But what it seems like he didn't have was somebody with real direction around him. Somebody around him to quote unquote to let him know, yo, check this out. Shout out my man 050 China Brim. Like he told me one day when I almost took something the wrong way because of our egos. Hurt niggas. But this is all entertainment. And King Von, just like Pop Smoke, rest in peace to both of them kids, they mixed the street with entertainment. I don't understand this. God bless the dead, from the Biggie Smalls and the Tupac war from my era, I really go back and forth to California. I know I have family in California. It's really dangerous over there, man. I was cautious about California before anything that evolved with Biggie Smalls and the great Tupac Shakur, rest in peace to both of them. California is dangerous. Like, people be thinking they can just go to certain places. But you can't. You can't. Especially if you don't have a representative. Shout out to Lil' Kim. If you listen to the song she got called Lighters Up, Welcome to Brooklyn, she told you. When somebody approach you, you better say quick who you close to. Just like my man. Hold on, I got somebody in the background I'm about to pull up. Oh, we got YOLO in the building, y'all. We got YOLO in the building. Hold on. Let me add my... He in the building. YOLO, salute.
What's goody, man? Salute, my guys. What's going on?
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? You heard me?
I hear you. Nah, I was just, me. I'm listening in and shit. You said
Yo, and shout
something.
out, if anybody out there don't know who this is the great YOLO Brim. Go over to my man's channel, subscribe to him.
You already
Everything is
know.
050. Everything is Glico. You dig what I'm saying? But how you feel about
Early.
that though, yo? Talk to me.
Um, Honestly, I'm gonna disagree with you as far as like certain type of rappers mixing in the street life with entertainment. The reason being, right? It's like you. Let's say you, for example, you played the streets your whole life. You sold drugs to make ends meet. You had to pop on those who came at you, right? Now, if
That's
you
right.
become a rapper, you're gonna rap about your life and what you know.
Facts.
So is it really mixing? Now, I agree that when you hit a certain level, you shouldn't be participating in certain activities. But realistically, how can we hold people accountable for rapping what they live, rapping what they know? So to me, it's not so much mixing it into entertainment. It's more so that that's what the entertainment factor lies in. Their life story, the stories that they've been through. And the only reason it's so popular is because there's more struggling minorities than what there is wealthy individuals.
Facts.
So more people from where we come from, they're gonna relate to that.
That's right.
They're definitely gonna relate to that. Now, as far as the topic of this live, I don't believe that music plays a factor in the way we think because realistically, like Rakim, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great lyricist, great lyricist. He had a lot of positive messages, but he also was a street dude.
Facts.
He was a street dude.
Facts.
So this
But
been happening.
but can I tell you one thing?
Yeah, yeah.
One thing, I'm gonna let you get back into it. Truth be told, Rakim was in the street, but wasn't a street dude. If you
Fact,
understand what I'm saying.
fact. He
The
all right.
street dude was Eric B. If y'all remember what the record said, Eric B for president,
Yeah,
not Rakim. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah,
But go
yeah.
ahead, YOLO. I'm listening to you preach.
I'll correct that. Rakim was well respected
Facts.
by a lot of heavy hitters who played the streets.
Facts.
But the reason I say that music doesn't play a factor is because again, all rappers are doing are putting on Front Street what we already know.
That's
Sort
right.
of, sort of like Trump. Everybody started screaming, "Oh, he's racist! He's racist!" Bro, we've been dealing with racism for years. All
Y'all
he,
want to hear this funny? I wasn't against Trump. You know why I'm not against Trump? Just giving my perspective on it. The reason why I was never against Trump because he told you straight up and down how he felt. He told you. He said, "Yo, I don't really fuck with niggas like that, but I'm gonna
exactly,
try to get y'all some money."
exactly,
He said it straight up and down. The only
exactly.
president I know that gave us some money besides Donald Trump was Ronald Reagan. Well, we got to wait another 40 years?
Another 40 years, bro. But yeah, nah, I agree with that 100%. You know, he brought a lot of shit to the front stream, and he also, prior to COVID, jobs were up.
That's right. That's
Jobs
right.
were up, and he brought back the import export business to America, where
Facts.
where, where we were gonna see trillions of dollars from that.
That's right.
Now, as far as like music goes, realistically, it's a never ending cycle. Like if you notice, anything that puts certain individuals from a certain walk of life in a power position to where now they're making money and they reach a different tax bracket, there's always an issue with it. Like say for example, even outside of music, let's talk about the gaming industry. How they were blaming Call of Duty, the number one selling um shooters game worldwide. They started saying that that game was responsible for a lot of mass shootings. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, right? All these shooters that created these mass shootings, how many of them were minorities? How many of them came from the hoods that came from the ghettos?
Facts.
None.
Facts. You're right. They was
If
all,
you look
yeah,
at
you're right.
Columbine, they were not minorities. If you look at Sandy Hook, not minorities.
That's right.
You understand me? So it's like it's easy to point the finger at circumstances that are putting individuals in a power position, but the government won't look at themselves and say, you know what? If we put more programs in this neighborhood, the youth, instead of them being outside learning how to pitch and how to cut work, maybe they'll learn a trade.
Facts.
You understand me? Because it's easy to say, hey, this person did this, that's why I'm like this. No, because as individuals, we're still responsible for our own decisions. And me per-
Facts.
and me personally, I don't allow anyone's actions to dictate who I am as a man. You understand me? So it's like, is it really music that's the issue, or the powers that be are becoming more and more afraid because of that type of music is putting a lot of individuals in a power position. Prime example, Pop Smoke.
Facts.
Pop Pop Smoke was known to be a Crip.
That's right.
He was known to gangbang, and he came from one of the worst neighborhoods, where banging is still very active, right?
That's
But
right.
now as he started doing his music, he was becoming a power player for his movement. And then there was a lot of allegations coming up. Oh, he's using his money to provide guns and drugs for the neighborhood. No, he was becoming a wealthy minority, and unfortunately, due to whatever circumstances, he was cut short from reaching his goals.
That's right.
Look at all these drill rappers. D Dot, fucking KK, K Fly, all of them. These are individuals that are making 30, 40, $50,000 a month.
Ja Ace, pull up. Ja Ace, pull up. I dropped
You,
the link. Ja Ace, pull up.
you
Go ahead.
understand me? These are people that are making 30, 50,000 a month.
That's right.
So what do? They see them moving, they see them working a certain way, then they want to hit them with the Rico just because they chill with a certain group of people. Then they want to portray them to be, oh, look, this person is a gun toting individual. Why you support this dude? Realistically, I support him because one, he's talking about shit that is happening every day. Two, he's making something of himself so he can try to take himself out and majority of his family out of that circumstance.
We got Ja Ace in the building, y'all. We got Ja Ace in the building.
Salute, salute.
Salute, Ja. Salute.
Salute, salute,
So
salute.
that's just my opinion on things. I don't think it has anything to do with music. I believe that the government sees that music is a great platform that can create a lot of wealthy individuals, especially minorities, because minorities run the music game. They may not pull the curtains in the back scenes, but realistically, without minorities rapping, these powers that be wouldn't make money off the music industry.
I agree to disagree. I agree that the minorities rule the game as far as influentially.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to financially, as far as marketing, plots, and targeting, y'all already know who runs that.
Oh yeah, the powers that be, we know that.
That's
But
right.
let me ask you a question, right? If let's say you create a warehouse, and let's say your warehouse consists of you putting package together, and that's how you make your money. So now
Facts.
you got this big warehouse, right? But if you don't got the workers, what good is your company?
Facts.
And again, it falls into how many independent artists, Young Dolph, who did not rely on the powers that be, became extremely rich and wealthy, very influential, and his life was cut short. Why is it Prince, another individual? He did an interview about him purchasing his masters, and he also blew it up about Mariah Carey's contract that she made the record label 100 million. She made the record label 100 million dollars, and they only wanted to give her 10 mil.
That's right.
Yo, YOLO.
Yo,
Yeah, but did you notice that if you a young dude and you in the music industry, if you ain't singing, they gonna try to get rid of you.
absolutely.
That's why we it's limited R&B nowadays. Just look at it. It's not really no young dudes really doing no R&B. Where's the groups at?
Facts.
There ain't no more groups. They all dying out.
So now you got you got the drill music and all that. Slowly but surely, if you're paying attention, soon as one of them get hot, next thing you know they in an indictment.
Mm,
Exactly.
mm.
So this shit
Exactly.
is
Crazy.
set up. They before they allow them to get rich and bring other people up and put people on and move their families and all that. Nah, we gonna put them in that prison system first.
Facts.
Absolutely.
When they come out 15, 20, 30 years later, you know, they're gonna be like a my son who got $1 million record deal and he never got the chance to enjoy it
Mm.
because my son went right to prison right after he signed that deal.
Facts.
So you see,
Facts.
he's getting so my son. You see the positive my son and all that. Remember, he was a hardcore rapper prior to
Salute,
all this
salute.
shit. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So they've been setting the tone with that, bro. Once you get to a certain degree, they're gonna try to knock you off, man.
That's
One
a
way or
fact.
the other. Put it like that.
That's a
Of
fact.
course. They don't they fear individuals like us being in a position of power. That's been a known fact. That's been a known fact even before rap music. Look at Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Even Farrakhan had his issues, and the list goes on. These are individuals that became they came from a walk of life like us, and they placed themselves in a powerful position, and they were shut down immediately when the powers that be realized how much weight they actually had, how much influence they had on more individuals like us. And these are individuals that didn't preach about selling drugs or preach about putting a gun in somebody's head. These are individuals that were working hard to get people like us out of the slums. So,
Facts.
if the powers that be would allow these individuals to grow, it was killing their pockets in the sense that crime rate would have definitely went down. We would have had more powerful leaders. Therefore, the powers that be would not have been seeing the money that they get from the prison system. You
You
understand?
you
It,
you
it,
don't think they choose and pick these people because they know who to manipulate?
nah, I don't think it's I don't think it's more so. It's anybody who has a strong impact on the streets.
No, I mean, you don't think these people get put in these positions or let to be get put in these positions because they're able to control them in some kind of way.
That's a fact because they control the record, they control the records, they control the radio
Even
play, they
even
control
with
the radio
Even
stations.
with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they were able to control these men. Yeah,
When,
they were doing good things and they were uplifting the community, but these people were able to control them still.
and what happened? What happened the moment they lost that control? You
No,
see what I'm?
they never lost the control. They got him.
Oh, I'm getting you out of here for
No,
that foolish
they
bullshit.
was
I
never
just
able
put
to
him.
control Malcolm. Number one,
That's why I just put him your job.
Yeah,
You already know.
yeah,
Wingate
put
to
like
IS
put him
390.
on timeout,
You
man.
see, I just blew. See, let me tell y'all something about the Big Dice Show. You come over here with that craziness, I'm putting you in timeout for 300 seconds. You're going to wait 5 minutes
Yeah,
and come
yeah,
back up here
Drake.
when you get your mind right. Now, let's
Yeah,
talk.
Drake gotta do his history first, man.
yeah,
That's
it's
a
fact.
fact.
Like everybody knows, Malcolm X was the biggest rebel in the streets during his youth. He was sticking kids up. He was selling drugs. So,
Facts.
as far as,
But
how
you, well,
can you
you know what? I'm
control?
going to give you a quick history lesson, YOLO. I'm going to give you a quick history lesson. And I know Ja already know this because they made me do a book report on Dr. Martin Luther King when I was in IS 390. Shout out to IS 390 in Wingate. Dr. Martin Luther King was a gangster.
Absolutely.
He grew up in pool halls playing with that stick, man. That's why when the government called his wife, you notice the first thing, they didn't have nothing bad on him. The only thing they told his wife was, you know he cheating on you, right? They thought that was going to enrage her so much that she was going to say something that he was doing, but he wasn't
She
doing
alre-
nothing.
yeah, but she knew whatever little dirt that he was doing. She knew. It's just that a lot of women during those times they played their position
Talk,
because at the end of the day, we're not gonna let you people break up this home.
talk.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he was doing his thing. All them dudes had listen. Even though the racism was going on, white women, even to this day, they love that black king, man.
Facts.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And but at the end of the day, we just gotta make sure when we wearing that crown, we gotta know that it come with a responsibility at the same time.
That's a fact.
But we
Calico in the building. Salute.
but we
Salute, man. Salute, salute.
we also need to wake up ourselves, because realistically, there's only one tool that the powers that be they constantly use to destroy us, and that's separation.
Well,
When,
Can
when,
can I?
when you can separate a community and they no longer as one, you can get them to believe whatever you want them to believe. You can get them to move exactly how you want them to move without being direct with it. It's proven in history. Look at that, all the great wars that we had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Kingdoms were separated because there was a power that be that created a dividends and divided
See,
everybody.
he done got blocked. Whoever that was, he done got blocked. Doodoo head. Don't even come up here with that nonsense. Now you done been knocked out the planet. He gonna talk about whoever says kings and queens is delusional. You know where you gonna be at? You're gonna be delusional block now. You dig what I'm saying? Back to what
We
y'all was saying. Excuse me, y'all.
we all kings and queens in our own. You gotta
Facts.
understand, because we gotta wake up, right? We gotta hit that 9 to 5. We gotta get our money how we get it, to provide and to keep that kingdom flowing. And our children are part of that kingdom as well. So just like women are queens. It's hard waking up every day, working a full-time job and still being a full-time mother.
That's a fact. Hit that like button and subscribe,
You
man. That's a
understand me?
fact.
Fall in love with the
So
like. Fall in love with the like. Fall in love
so
with the like.
so realistically, it's that mind frame that Butterball just had. It's that mind frame that weakens the unity. When you start to look down on other people, or when you start to feel like people are not your equal, that's the tool that the powers that be use. That's why there's a gray area. It's no longer black and white. It's a gray area, and that area was created simply by dividing unity and creating false narratives that a lot of people unfortunately have soaked up and now live with that belief.
They've been doing that shit way before COINTEL Pro.
How you feel
Ex-
about that though, Cali? Because you know you on the West Coast. You dig what I'm saying in Oakland. So tell me how you feel about this music, and if you think it's influencing us and our children today to this foolishness they doing.
To quote, I'm gonna lead off by quoting the late great Machiavelli the Don.
Mm-hmm.
Witnessing dead bodies in abandoned buildings carries the children because they illin'. No wing on the
Facts.
ceiling, and the appeal from the cap pillin' without feeling. But what they last will be blasted, hard-headed bastards. Maybe they'll listen in a casket, the aftermath. More
Mm.
bodies getting buried. I'm losing my homies. They relocating to the cemetery. Got me
Mm.
worried. Stressing my vision's blurry. The question is, will I live? No one in the world's love me. I'm headed for danger. Don't trust strangers. Keep one in the chamber whenever I'm feeling this anger. No need to make excuses, because this is how it is. What's the use unless we shooting? No one notices the youth. It's just me against the world, baby.
Mm.
It carries to these motherfuckers. The problem with it is that it's no balance.
Facts.
I mean, I can't knock Arnold Schwarzenegger for playing a goddamn futuristic robot that came back in time to kill people, because I know the shit isn't real.
Exactly. And that's what we got to
However,
teach our kids.
you got your Cardi B's, you got your Megan Thee Stallions, you
Mm.
got your Glorrillas, and I mean that's nothing but they're nothing but children of a little Kim. But the difference is there was a Lauryn Hill to balance out a little Kim.
Yeah.
There's no
What you said?
balance.
Could you do that for me again and say that one more time? Because I don't think they understand what you just said, brother.
I'm serious. It was no, it's no Lauryn Hills now to balance out those little Kims.
I was getting ready to
There
say
was
the
nothing
same thing.
wrong with it. But when you oversaturate the game with one type of way and with one type of music, one type of show, it's done for nothing is done without reason. It's always a rhyme for that reason. So then we have to take a look into why. Why did all of these groups start being unpromoted?
China Brim in the building. Salute. 050, everything
And
Glico.
it was the buffoonery. It was the buffoonery of a Flavor Flav that led me to Chuck D.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nikki.
You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Because Chuck knew the message that I have for people. If they not woke, it's gonna be hard for me to wake them up. That's what Flavor Flav was so important at,
That's right.
because his antics is what made me say, "Who is this crazy dude?" And then as I got closer to that enemy, yes, the rhythm, the rebel. I wasn't even paying attention to Flav no more.
That's right.
When he got a letter from the government the other day, that's what opened my eyes,
Mm.
because they wanted him for an army or whatever, pitching him giving a damn. He said, never.
Mm.
Here is a land that never gave a damn. So I'm listening to this and it's overloading my circuits. But it
Mm.
was Flavor Flav that brought me there. So there's nothing wrong with the music of today's youth. I can't be the cranky uncle that's gonna sit in a chair and shake his finger at the youth, because I never forgot what it was to be young. Because even though we pay homage to the Curtis Blows and the groups of those eras, we from the Scarface, Tupac. I'm not
Gangster
from that
rap.
era. That my older brother was from that era.
Facts.
However, we had a clear understanding of paying homage and recognizing that it's not just about here's a little something about a nigga like me. Never should have been let out the penitentiary.
Mm. That's why I
We
said. That's
know
why I
it's
asked you for
more
your
than that.
perspective. That's why
Even
I
the
asked for your
most
perspective.
even the most gangster group that talked about nothing but gangster shit, NWA, still made a song called Express Yourself.
That's right.
It
But
was some type of balance.
we also have to understand music. They know that music could control people's emotions and their chain of thought because music was it was for war. They use it for war. They used it for religion to make people feel a certain way. They did spiritual things with music. So these people learned how to control uh, us with music and beats and 808s
That's right.
You remember
and
this
all this
song? Not
stuff.
only that, but they also learned how to do it through imagery. Do you remember the
Of
group
course.
called it was a group called Dead Prez that had a
That's
song
why they
That's
call
called
a
it
fact.
TV
Hip
the Dummy
Hip
Box.
Hop Hip Hop.
Poor
You
righteous.
remember that
Yeah.
song?
That's
Yeah.
right.
What was the very, very, very first thing that you seen on that video? A
Landing
woman
on the.
walking down the street with a big ass, and then they had in captions, "Now that we got your attention."
Mm, mm.
That it went from the radio to
You
to
feel me?
TV.
Mm.
Yo,
Now that
Big
we
Dice,
got your attention.
Big Dice. You remember just to get a rep?
That's a fact.
Whew.
Gangstar. That's a
Just
fact.
paint,
Man, rest in peace to Guru.
just paint that picture though on what was being said, Dice.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, some people will
And
do
then
it in
and
the
then
trail
just think,
shop.
just travel through the years up to date and see the relevance.
Mm.
They start knowing what motivated us in a positive way and took it away. That's why it wasn't no more a different world shows that was making people that came from our community interested in college. They
Like
stopped
Arrested
making
Development. That's why I
they,
liked it. I love that group,
exactly.
Arrested Development.
They stopped making videos like Chub Rock, just the two of us, that
That's a
showed the
fact.
whole college background theme and made people interested. Like, man, college look fun, man. Fuck the streets. I
That's a
want to go there.
fact.
They didn't.
That's a
They didn't
fact.
do. Oh, we don't want you niggas growing no brain, because what ends up
No,
happening when you grow a brain, that means that you understand how we fucking you over with these contracts.
but you know what happened though? They threw money our way. They allowed us to get a little paper. So
Mm.
the paper supersede education because
That's a fact.
people said fuck school. I got a pocket full of bread.
You hear what KRS One said? I make about a G a week. Fuck
Fuck
school.
school.
Facts.
However, it was the savvy motherfuckers that got duped the fastest. Let's bring it up to the 90s, where now you have this new generation of savvy young college, some of them college graduates, who now wasn't letting these record labels fuck them over. And they was saying, no, we're going to point out this, 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 and this. And as a matter of fact, I don't even want to sign to your record label as an artist. What I want you to do is cut one big ass check, sign my whole record label over to yours. I'll be a subsidiary to your record label, and you let me keep control of what I got going on, and I'll delegate the money to my people. And
Mm.
all I need you for now is distribution. And
Mm.
once them motherfuckers seen that we couldn't eat off of you black ass now intelligent motherfuckers, okay, no problem. Since we can't eat off you, you won't eat off you. Let me
Facts.
introduce this shit to you called Napster. And when you knock that down, we'll come with LimeWire. And when you knock that down, we'll come with FrostWire. And when you knock that down, we'll come with a zillion more to have every nigga in every hood selling your motherfucking album in front of every barbershop and liquor store for $5 a pop. If we can't get it, you won't get it neither.
Mm.
That's when all of them savvy motherfuckers start selling off. That's when Jermaine Dupri let go of So Def. That's when Suge Knight let go of Death Row. That's when Bad Boy, all these motherfuckers, you go on the internet right now and type in list of record labels that Universal Music Group owns. And they own them all.
Mostly all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They own
Hey,
them
Big
all.
Dice,
That's not
Mm-hmm.
by accident.
Preach, brother.
you hear
Yeah.
me? Like
Yes,
one
sir.
of the things, like because the brother was just he was spitting some of Tupac lyrics and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to listen. I remember years ago when I used to play ball and all. I used to listen to the Machiavelli joint right before I go play the game.
Yeah.
And but reality wise, I stopped liking that dude, man, because At the end of the day, Biggie's dead for no reason. You know I'm on some Brooklyn shit, Dice. So
Yo, you know what?
you
You want to
know,
hear some funny shit? Yo, you want
yeah,
to hear some shit, Ja? Yo,
yeah.
you the funniest dude alive, son. You got me going back to IS 390. Let me tell you some deep shit. If y'all go to St. Laz and see the story, y'all know I went to school with Big. Yo, Ja, you remember this the
I actually
Vanguard
seen that
right there?
today.
You remember
Yeah,
Vanguard on St. John's and Fulton?
yeah.
That's I got kicked out of Boys and Girls High School and they sent me to Street Academy. Them niggas, they looked at my record of fighting in school. I never had no problem fighting
I went to Street
people.
Academy too.
They kicked me out because of all my fights being against administration. So make a long story short, they sent me to Vanguard. That's where I met Big at.
So you went to all the alternative schools like me,
Yeah, you know they come on.
Vanguard and Pacific.
They didn't want me to go to Pacific. They told me I
Yeah.
couldn't go. Yo, check this out. You know why they wouldn't put me in Pacific? Now this is some deep shit. They wouldn't put me in Pacific because of my academics.
Okay.
Ain't that some shit? They said, nah, we're not going to. They took me downtown right there, that little crazy ass building looking like you're going in the mental health place. That was a school. I know exactly. Matter of fact, you remember I went to the alternative school that was across the street. It was like a haunted mansion across the street from Kings County Hospital. You remember that?
Yeah.
I went there too. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was a different era. You had to be there.
You know
Yeah.
what?
So that's what made me get mad about Pac or
But
whatever. 'Cause that's
what I
like,
was
Pac,
getting ready to
Pac
say,
was an
bro.
actor though.
But what I was
Pac,
getting ready to tell y'all about Pac, let me tell y'all some deep shit about Pac. And I gotta say this, man, because
he
of
went to
Do Dirty.
Juilliard Art.
Do Dirty, you dig what I'm saying? My friend Dave Baguettes on, y'all know him on YouTube or whatever. When Pac got locked up, this is some real shit. Shout out to my man Joe Val Singletary on Eastern Parkway. The young lady that allegedly accused Tupac of sexually misconduct was Joe Val's girlfriend at the time. So Do Dirty went to see Pac every week when he was in Rikers Island. Pac, the only reason why I'm speaking up for this, you know what I'm saying? Because, and this is only because of Brooklyn, Pac from NY.
Yeah, he is.
And when
He went
Pac
to
was in
Juilliard Art.
jail,
To be
when he
exact.
was in jail, let me tell y'all something. Like Ja, you know, a lot of niggas don't really know what it is with Rikers Island. He was on Rikers Island. You understand what I'm saying to you? Before all this new technology, when they was letting niggas get their heads blown off and waiting for the turtles to come through and pick niggas off the floor. Pac, they left the nigga in jail without a dime. And I heard that I'm just gonna say I heard that his time there wasn't really right. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if you sitting in jail going through something, let's say mentally, physically, emotionally, and you think everybody that's on your team just abandoned you. You got to look at the fact of what happened. They think you just abandoned you. You just got shot. You think you was robbed. And a dude walk up and tell you, check this out. I'm bonding your ass out of jail. I'm giving you a motherfucking $1 million and I need you to get on the plane with me tomorrow. You gonna tell him leave you in jail? They
Should
fucked
Nah,
Pac
always
up.
hell
They
no,
do.
took
hell
Pac.
no. Ain't
They
nobody
took
gonna
him.
do that.
They did him
I'm a,
wrong. When they got
I'm
Pac on the West Coast, right? When they got Pac on the West Coast, Pac, he kept saying it. He didn't say he had no. First of all, the reason why I know this because I'm DCEP. You dig what I'm saying? And Tech, shout out to Smith and Wesson, the Coleman and Tech. Pac used to be with them every day. Pac used to be in the hood. Yo, Ja, he used to be on Lincoln and Troy. When people think he was really on some fuck New York shit, like with this YouTube shit, a lot of shit is entertainment. Pac was in the hood, bro.
But
This
he's
ain't
from
this,
New York.
but what I mean is to Urban, he was in the hood. I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about Lincoln and Troy. You dig what I'm saying?
Isn't
right.
he from Brooklyn though? Isn't he from Brooklyn?
No, he's from East Harlem.
No, let me
Oh,
explain
he's
something
from.
to you. People in Brooklyn back in the days, Ja, tell them what I'm telling you. People that was born and raised in Brooklyn wouldn't go on Lincoln and Troy. You understand? I'm talking about the Radagon days. You dig what I'm saying? Scooby
Yeah.
and
Right.
all of them out there. People wasn't certain areas urban like they was joking with you the other day about going to Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. I know you can, like you said, you can casually walk through Utica Avenue. Anybody can do that because of
Yeah.
gentrification. But when it comes to really being in the neighborhood after a certain hour, it could get dangerous for me if somebody don't know who I
Yes,
am.
that's true.
You dig what I'm
But
saying?
you know, Dice,
Right.
there's a history behind a lot of people that like the names that be you hear people say certain names.
Mm-hmm.
There's a history behind a lot of them when it comes down to them and New York.
See, you got to look
You know
at
what
it
I'm
this
saying?
way also. Pac didn't kill Big.
He did
Facts,
it.
man.
You feel me?
And Big
He
ain't have
didn't.
nothing
He
to do with
didn't. But
Pac getting shot, man.
no,
And Big
he
didn't have nothing to
no,
do
but
with
he
Pac getting
did.
shot. Pac
No,
got killed.
he
Pac
set
got
that
killed
tone.
because he was a rapper. No, listen, Pac got killed because he was a rapper
He
who
was
went
playing
up
a
in a
gangster.
no,
No,
listen,
no, 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 no.
he went
Let
up
me tell
and
y'all
he
something about Pac.
assaulted. He went up and
Pac
he
just didn't
assaulted
know.
a real motherfucking shooter
That's a fact.
who didn't give a
Exactly.
fuck about a rapper.
Like
That's
in the
what
movie
Pac.
Hoodlum, when the
That's
lady
what
told
Pac
him, what
got
was it,
killed
Madam?
for
Remember what the
putting
madam
himself
told the
in
dude in Hoodlum?
politics that he didn't have nothing to do with.
Everybody got balls in the street, right? But it's only a few of us, Jai, that got brains.
Word.
It's a
Now,
time and a
according
place to do everything, man.
according to Gene Deal, who was real close to Pac. Now I don't know how true it is or not, but Big didn't have to die. It was certain motherfuckers that put Big in a position to
To
where
die,
his death was a death by opportunity. His
to
death wasn't
squash beef,
planned.
and for opportunity for money.
His death wasn't planned.
We
And
got
so,
38 in the building. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that
yeah,
like
fall
button.
in love with the like. Fall in love with the like. And as far as that goes, I mean, Lassane Crooks, who was born in East Harlem, also known as Tupac, was a motherfucker who loved New York. Said it plenty of times.
Facts.
It wasn't that he hated New York. He had issues with some niggas from New York. It's niggas from New York that got issues with
Yeah, that's
niggas
a
from
fact.
New
But
York.
he should have. The thing is that he knew that he had issues and drama with street dudes from Brooklyn. He dragged Biggie in that shit. He knows
Word.
Biggie had nothing to do with what happened to him, bro.
Let
And
me
Big
let
was
That's
me
a
a
say
good
fact.
this.
dude.
Let
Because
me
Big
say
was a
this.
good dude. That's
one of
right,
the
Jai.
dudes, listen, one of the dudes who was involved in that whole elevator shit with Pac, I that was one I counseled his son.
Facts.
Hmm.
I helped his son get through trauma because he's in the prison system right now doing life.
Hmm.
It's
But
okay.
his
I
son,
wrote in there.
but because of his issues with the whole Tupac thing, his son was ridiculed in different places, and that shit caused mental health problems with his son, bro.
The
Mm-hmm.
crazy shit is where
You know
Quad
who I'm talking about, Dice?
Studios at.
Say it
Where
again.
Quads.
Do you
Yeah.
know who I'm talking about?
Say it again.
I'm saying, do you know who I'm talking about? One of the dudes who had something to do with that
Well, I know two
got
dudes
life.
that we know allegedly had something to do with that, but you know,
Yeah,
certain dudes are still
allegedly.
trying to fight shit,
Well,
so you don't want to scream. Yeah,
when
you
I
did.
say that, one dude is he done spoke on it already, bro.
Capital. I got you.
He
Got
said
it.
he had nothing to do with it.
Facts. And I
As a
believe
matter
that.
of fact, he said that Pac shot himself. It's on YouTube.
And that's not. And you know what? You want to hear something funny from me from being around? They said I was told when Pac how he got shot in the dick when Pac pulled that Glock.
Pull
He
this
touched that
Glock
trigger.
out.
He
Yep.
touched that trigger and it went off. Boom. That was the
Yep.
first one that hit him.
But this is what I'm saying. Like where Quad Studios at, right? It's crazy for them dudes. Like even though Manhattan was a little different back in those times, but he I think he really shot himself, and he
Well,
just didn't
no, he
want.
didn't shoot himself all the times he got shot. The first shot he shot himself in the groin. That's a
Yeah,
fact. But the other shots he was hit.
because
I'll
he
say
probably
this.
when they heard the shot, they probably started firing back.
I'm gonna say this. If me and my man up top was going to go fuck with Drake in the studio, Big Dice see us on the motherfucking balcony. Now I know Big Dice. I know his folks and all his people and shit because he tied in with Big. He sees like, bro, what's happening? You down here, man? Come fuck with us. And I come up there and I'm coming. I'm on my way up there to come fuck with y'all because you just called me up there.
That's right.
And in the middle of that, a motherfucker popped me up and I get stripped.
That's a fact.
I don't know if you ever been shot before, but when you get shot, nigga,
Everything
everybody
against you.
around you
That's
got
right.
something to do with it.
I understand that.
Because you got to look at how the circumstances played out. So I mean, do I believe that Big had something to do with him being shot? No, I don't. I think Big actually tried to warn him about the niggas he was fucking with.
He did.
However, do I blame Pac for involving everybody that was there? If niggas didn't do nothing, it's an old saying that made a lot of sense to me that a nigga told me back in the day. Don't come tell me what a nigga said behind my back if you're not willing to tell me what you did when he said it.
That's a fact.
Or
That's right. What you was
if
So
you
doing,
ain't
what you
nigga,
was
stop
saying.
that nigga or slap him while he was talking shit about me, don't tell me nothing.
But
right.
Pac,
So
well, being from Brooklyn, I don't know about the other side, Cali. Jock could attest to this. That night, and this is the honest to God truth, in my opinion, we all got one.
mhm.
If Pac wouldn't have reached for that gun, he wouldn't have never been shot.
Yeah.
He would have been robbed, and they probably would have found the gun and took the gun and all, but they wasn't going to shoot him. They was going to
Yeah,
rob him. You
it was
understand what I'm saying
a
to you?
straight up
Right.
jokes.
Word up. They
Yeah,
wasn't going to shoot him.
to
They was
get
going
into
to
Right.
rob
Quad,
him.
that hallway is small as fuck.
Right. But
It's really
like most
tiny.
niggas though, if I got a gun on me,
Yeah.
I'm not finna just let you rob me
But
because
Pac wasn't a
I
real
was just
gangster like that. He was a fucking Juilliard student. He was an actor.
well, I don't know. I mean, I know
Nah,
plenty of
Come
he
motherfuckers
on.
wasn't.
that
Yeah,
don't
come
act
on,
like it
guys.
and
We
tell the
gotta
He
truth.
wasn't
listen.
just no actor, bro. You just heard Dice say who he was hanging with,
You see
bro.
what I just did? You see what I just did?
Right. You can't
300
you
seconds.
can't
300 seconds in the building for you,
yeah,
Urban
you don't
Articles. 300 seconds in the building for you, Urban.
I don't take nothing away from what a nigga do because of what he I put it like I don't take
Yo,
nothing away from what a
you
nigga's
see what
capable of
China
doing
said
because of what he
about
did.
that's my
Facts.
issue with the whole thing. What he did in that Vibe magazine.
China, I just dropped the link. China, I just dropped the link. China, the link is
You hear
dropped.
me?
Yeah,
Dice,
people.
what he did in that Vibe magazine, and then he went on that song Hit 'Em Up. He dead wrong.
Facts.
He
Yeah,
dead
you know
wrong for
what,
that.
Ja?
There's no
You dead
excuse
right.
for that.
You dead right.
I think by the time it got to that, it was just all about record sales.
It don't matter. Just
Nah,
like
when it got to
there's no
that Cali,
excuse.
no, when it got to that Cali, Pac was in his emotions, RIP, and certain shit he did and said that shouldn't have been done.
Nah,
Absolutely.
you can't be calling
Absolutely.
names, bro. You could be emotional all day long, but
Word.
when you start calling names,
Word.
you a rat.
We got China Brim in the building, y'all. We got
I
China
agree.
Brim in the building.
Yeah, what's
I agree.
good,
Salute,
man?
salute, salute, China.
What up, China?
What's good? Salute, man. Salute.
Salute,
I agree
salute, salute, salute.
that it was done on both sides. I mean, from Pac, from Chino XL, and I mean, it was a bunch of shit that shouldn't have been done. But then again, we talking about the mindset of a young nigga in his 20s.
Nah, it
Man,
don't matter. We
listen.
can't.
The
The age don't
mindset of a
matter.
nigga in his 20s, the mindset of a nigga in his 20s still don't rap. If Pac was right now, that whole incident would have happened right now. Pac would have been labeled as a rat, and we gonna stand on that. That's some real shit, nigga. You brought
Fact.
street shit into the industry that basically could get niggas convicted, homie.
Facts.
And
Absolutely.
that's a
I
fact.
agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? So
I don't
I,
think no
I
name should have
love,
been mentioned.
listen, I
Bottom
love
line.
Pac music. He's legendary, but I'm not gonna treat him different from these other niggas on what they doing now.
Facts.
The nigga Tupac was a
Yeah, he
rat,
told.
homie.
He
It's
told.
just what it is. He was telling.
That's a fact.
It's
That
just what
shit
it
is black
is.
and white. It's documented, and then
Yeah, all of that,
He
all of that.
followed. He followed the Vibe magazine interview. He followed up with a song. So bottom line is that he is a rat.
Facts.
Yeah, I
Facts.
mean,
And I
at
don't
the end
even
of the
like
day, all of that
I
name dropping
realized
was
that. I realized that a lot of things that happened like in the early 90s and 90s, like the early 90s, even the late 90s, especially with the rap industry, we don't realize that a lot of people who we acknowledged at that time was somebody, they was telling stories and telling 50
Facts.
Cent. 50 Cent ratted. It took me to be my age and listen to it now and
Miguel
say,
Quran.
yo, 50 Cent was snitching back in the days with his shit. Yo, Tupac was telling. Even shit Biggie Small said. Biggie Small said some shit that if you say now, you're gonna look at him like, son, is you bugged out?
Facts.
I suck your nigga said I suck your father's dick. Come
yeah.
on, man.
We were building. I see
Come
you in the
on,
building.
man.
Salute, great grandson. I see you in the building. Hit that like button, y'all, on the way in. Tell a friend and tell a friend. That's the only way we can win. Set your bells notifications too. In the words of the great Harlem legend, say, let's set that bell notification. So when I'm going on, y'all know I'm pulling up.
Straight up. I mean, I look at it like this, man. At the end of the day, that shit never really bothered me to the point where, or had me to the point. Like I hear a lot of niggas say from both sides, from the east and the west, oh, it's because of this is why I don't fuck with them niggas. Like, bruh, it's not no one man that can come up to me and make me do shit anyway.
That's a fact.
I'm my own man. You feel me? And it's never gonna be a time. And that's just probably, well, from my perspective, that's just Oakland niggas. Like we don't fall under certain niggas' umbrellas and rules. We do our own thing. Because if that was the case, then after Pac got hit, or even after Pac got robbed, niggas like Too Short wouldn't have never did no shit with Puffy.
Oh, he got the Vibe poster. Damn.
No, this is the magazine itself. It's the magazine itself.
Like I told y'all, go over to Urban Articles channel and check out what he got going on because he's selling a bunch of vintage stuff. And you got one more time, my dude, and you getting timed out to the next live. You dig? One more crazy statement. You out of here, bro.
Because I give my opinion.
China, you out of here. One more dumb.
Because I give my opinion.
Look. 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. You gonna get up here and gonna talk about Pac went to Julia Arts. Yo, let me did. But all right, overstand this. If the nigga, all right, let me ask something. Now we gonna get this right now, so we ain't gonna. Now, first of all, listen. Now listen to this. If he was so soft, how he clapped 2 police?
I never said he was soft. I didn't say he was soft.
You said he wasn't gangster.
What did you
that doesn't make him gangster.
Yo, big dice.
Yes, sir.
Shooting somebody make you gangster?
That's what I'm saying.
Not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm thinking about that.
He snitched.
No, listen.
China just said he was a snitch.
Listen out.
Pac is a rat bastard. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's one thing to talk about.
So that makes him non-gangster?
Talking about Juilliard.
No, what I'm saying is, before everything happened, y'all got to think about this. Before everything happened, before he got shot, I'm talking about. He was
dancing ballet.
No, I'm talking about when he seen the 2 off-duty cops in Atlanta beating on a dude. He jumped out of his limousine and was like, "Yo, why y'all beating on that?"
Okay, that was already before. That was when he was becoming. He was portraying as the gangster.
That ain't
he was
being
portraying
gangster.
That. He was portraying the gangster.
You're right.
That's being a good. That's being a good civilian.
A good Samaritan.
Samaritan. That's what you're supposed to do.
And he was already trying to portray himself.
But what I'm saying is he had some heart because a lot of people wouldn't have did what he did. Some people would have stayed in that limousine and kept riding.
True.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right. First of all, the Juilliard shit was like when he was what, 14.
That's okay.
I mean, what the point that I'm making is that when you was talking about how gangster he was or wasn't, you mentioned the Juilliard shit. But I say that to say this: I done been in gate class. I'm a very intelligent person. I know nerdy ass niggas that don't fuck with nobody and live a cool way of life. But if you play with them, they'll blow your motherfucking brains out.
Just like me. I'm not a gangster. But if you put me in a position that I have to defend myself or do something, I'm gonna have to do it. And I've been around dudes that done all type of crazy shit. And I don't consider myself a gangster at all. I went to private school, homie.
Top guard 305. Top guard 305 said he said that's gangster.
The thing is, we gotta separate gangster for having principles and morals.
Facts.
You can't put those two. You can't. Our way of seeing things, especially what I'm saying, us black people from the hood, our way of seeing and putting certain words involved in certain incidents is just fucked up.
Facts.
It is. That's why we to the point now to where if you don't kill a motherfucker, you ain't a gangster. If you don't throw your life away and crash out, you ain't no real nigga.
Facts.
Yeah, but that's the.
I don't even think
way.
Killing somebody make you gangster.
Listen, I don't. Listen. If you using that in the gang aspect, to gang motherfuckers is looked at like that. Listen, we dealing with a small percentage of the world who think the way we think.
Right.
It's a very small percentage. Niggas got to start waking up to that. Very small percentage of the people who really think being gangster is perceived as shooting somebody or as not going to court, not snitching. Only a little percentage think like that. To the point that the average people in the world don't even utilize the word gangsters.
Exactly.
You don't have normal people walking around saying I'm gangster. Like they look at you crazy, nigga. I'm not a fucking gangster.
I say gangsters Al Capone in them.
But it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just that you just gotta wake the fuck up. Niggas is grown men and still thinking as we was 14, 15, homie.
Facts.
Right. And
Facts.
that's
You
why I
know,
made the point. That's why I made the point that you gotta understand at the time that this shit was going on, these niggas was in their early 20s. These wasn't no fucking niggas that was capable
yeah.
of making no
Everything,
critical
China, you hear me,
thought
China?
decision.
yo,
Then at the same time,
everything we idolize. Just think about this. Everything that black people idolize is degrading. Number one, right? We call our wife mommy.
Facts.
Our wife call us daddy. We all fucked up. We call each other sons. We
Facts.
we look at things like killing another black man or something as being gangster. A normal person look at that like you got mental health issues.
You insane. That's a fact.
And you do,
Absolutely.
and it's
You know
and
what
they
I'm saying?
right. It's right.
It's a
There is
fact.
mental health issues if you're willing to take another man's life,
But it's
unless he put you in a
embarrassing.
position that you have to do that.
I just
And,
think
and,
that we
and,
got a
and
warped
just think
ass
about this.
perception of what respect is. And
And those
what
perceptions,
Mhm.
perceptions that we speak about was pushed at the age of what? 15 gangs? If you look,
Exactly.
yo, I realized that I'm claiming blood when I was claiming the people who started these organizations, they was kids.
Yeah.
They wasn't even grown people.
That's right. That's right.
So we got grown people who basically living a life of
Of a
kids,
teenager.
of a teen.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
And the
after a while,
average man's brain is not developed until he's like 25 years old, all the
They
way.
just stretched it. They just stretched it to 28. They just stretched it.
I'm gonna say damn near 35. I'm gonna
And
keep it
I
real.
think 35 is too. I think 35. I really do.
man,
Ain't no
listen.
motherfucker-
What
ain't
I'm
no
saying,
motherfucker at
what I'm seeing
25
out
years
here,
old gonna make no critical decision.
the average man really becomes the average boy really becomes a man right before he dies.
Mm.
That's what I see. He realized all the fucked up shit. See how they say how your life flash
Preach.
in your eyes?
Mhm.
That's
Preach.
when a nigga becomes a man.
Preach.
Come on,
Preach.
man. We got
So
60,
China,
we got
what you-
old niggas 60, 70 years old walking around saying I put on, I'm a gangster.
But
To
I was
they
going to
eyes.
ask you that, China. What do you say about these
CB in the
dudes
building. We
that?
got CB in the building. Salute. I
What
appreciate
do
you,
you
Smash
bro.
that like
What do you
button.
say
Smash
about
that
these
like.
dudes 35, 40, 45 that now they want to come outside now? Like that
Listen,
shit is corny,
listen.
homie.
Stay your
Like
ass
you
in the
had your
house, nigga.
listen. At the end of the day, you had your time. When it was time to hit the
But
pavement and do what
but
you need to
it
do,
these,
you didn't come out.
but you
But
wanna know
what's hitting
something?
the pavement?
What's
See
so
what a
sad
lot of
about
older
it?
niggas
You
don't
didn't grow up like
when you
At 20, listen,
You didn't
when you
grow up like that,
18,
Drake.
when you 18, you're supposed to be in college, dogs. When
You're
you're
right.
25, you're supposed to be
But
graduating
everybody didn't grow up that
and
way.
going. No, but this is what you're supposed to do. You get what I mean? We so caught up in this bullshit that niggas think, oh, I could go and I could buy liquor when I'm 21. Nah, nigga, you're supposed to be in fucking dorm, fucking a whole bunch of bitches or playing ball in school.
All right,
Well, I
but
thought you were
Most of
supposed to
us-
go. I thought you were supposed
foundation
to be
of
going there to get your education.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about that too. But yeah, you're right. But I'm saying playing ball, get your education, do all that.
Nah,
Yeah.
you said fuck bitch.
No. Yeah, and you're gonna fuck bitches too, cause that's your term, and that's
can
how
fuck
you learn
bitches.
how to take care of a woman, how to treat a woman, and all that. When you're doing that, we having women that want a nigga that sell drug or stand on the corner, or he's gangster, he gonna fuck this nigga up or some shit like that. They don't want the nigga that's in school and taking his time, and maybe when he hit 25 to get a
you
car.
wrong.
You think
You
niggas
wrong.
from the hood only
You
practice what we
wrong.
see? Females do it
You
too.
wrong.
I know.
You wrong. You wrong. You want to know why? Because the women that you choose is usually just like you.
A
Preach.
reflection of
Yes.
yourself.
You know what I'm saying? When I left
Right.
the hood, I couldn't find nobody like my baby moms, who was a trifling bitch, who was from the hood. I have to, for real. I had to really It wasn't about me meeting a
Okay.
female with a new Dolce & Gabbana outfit
But that's
on
what I mean. If you went
and
to
all that.
college, you would have met a female different from your baby mother because
Hit
she's
that
in
like
a
button,
No,
y'all.
she's
Hit that like
sometimes
button.
listen,
45 in the
you
building.
don't need to go to
That ain't no
college to meet a
guarantee.
great woman.
You
Facts.
don't.
That ain't no
You don't need
guarantee.
to.
I'm not saying
It's just
you
about as
need
many
to, but
ratchet ass, dope head
I'm
ass
talking
bitches
about
in
most
college that it is
likely.
in the hood.
Facts.
Nah, that's
Listen,
no guarantee, bro.
listen. My main thing, just remove yourself from things that you are accustomed of doing,
That's right.
Straight
and
up.
your whole life will be different.
Reprogram your mind. I just said it.
Yep.
That's the only thing you got to do. You want to find a good woman? Go with a good woman be. That's it. A good woman don't be in a strip club or in a regular club. You ain't gonna find that
They
there.
ain't got no time. They gotta either finish school or go to work to do what they
Basically,
gotta do.
that's what I'm talking about. So you gotta position yourself in places where you can meet. And first of all, I'm gonna keep it real. A good woman, she can see the bullshit before it comes, nigga.
Talk.
Know it.
Talk.
She can see that shit. Like, I got a good woman, and she peep a lot of bullshit. She just deal with it because she see potentials, and she working on my ass. Because she know that I'm working on myself too. So I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? But some niggas ain't as fortunate. Some niggas is just foul. Listen, everybody can't go to heaven. And that's just the way how it is. Somebody got to go to hell.
Talk. Talk.
That's just the way it is.
And everybody kissing ass to go to heaven ain't going.
Basically, it's just like prison. Somebody got to fill them beds in Attica.
Facts.
Just make sure it ain't you.
Or your children.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
or your children.
And you know what we got to start doing too as men? We grow up in the hood with a bunch of guilt on us. We got to start looking ourselves in the mirror and telling us how important and how special we are. A lot of us sit and wait for somebody else. And a lot of us, if we don't got our mother, by the grace of God, everybody that still got their mother, we're going to always hear that from our mother, but we got to start telling ourselves that, bruh.
Facts.
We walking around talking about we ain't shit. I don't know how many times I said that, Dice, you ain't shit. You ain't even supposed to be alive. I thought about that shit. Yes, I am supposed to be alive.
Straight up.
Word up.
And I mean, we also, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just like we need to put ourselves under construction. That's what I was talking about the other night, man. We got to put ourselves under construction. Always try to make us a better us.
Facts.
No, the thing is, we gotta put these kids under construction, and we all need to work together, man.
Facts.
Straight up.
Because if I don't work with you and your kids, I'm still fucked up in a way because your kids could turn my kids out to be. We all got to work as a village.
Straight
See,
up.
the thing is, people just think that fuck the kids outside, as long as I raise my child right. But that child outside might take your child life.
Or influence
They
your
don't
child
think
going to
like
jail
that.
for the rest of your life.
It's something that you just
basically.
said right there, right, China. And I swear to God, I was just talking about this the other night that ain't got nothing to do with me mentality, right? If you take that back to the biblical way of putting it, that ain't got nothing to do with me exactly what Cain told God when God asked him where was his brother?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Hey, yo, China, you hear me? I was facilitating a group today, right? And one of the things I spoke about was people don't see it coming, but when you remember when Pataki and Giuliani was in office together?
Facts.
Yeah. Facts.
They was locking up everybody.
Everything.
And they
riding
getting ready
a bicycle on the
getting ready to go. Bro, they doing that now all over again. They locking everybody up, right? And there was a point in time when Pataki was in office, when he was the governor, when dudes went to the parole board, you know how many people was refusing because you ain't going home, buddy. Bottom line.
Fact.
For real. He made sure he already let it be known to all the commissioners, when they come in front of you, get them 2 years.
Mandatory.
I don't care if you was one of them dude. Hey, China, dude could have been an honor block his whole 20 years. You went to the port, you still got hit.
It's a fact. They gotta keep the recidivism up.
That's right.
Exactly.
They gotta keep that
Not
up.
only that, they gotta keep having us live in the land of and I always stress
Right.
that shit, that uneducated, uninformed,
Yeah, because
ununited,
those same dudes come back home, and
unhealthy.
some of them come and teach kids bullshit or bring that bullshit from jail outside. So it's just a cycle.
Facts.
So
Real
they need
shit,
that
man.
sometimes if they want the community to stay where it's at.
But like China said, man, it's all to the as parents. Unfortunately, a lot of parents are terrified of their children. If you're terrified of your child, find somebody in your family that can help you with that child, man.
Yo,
I'm
it
like
just
Marvin Gaye's
it's to
daddy.
the
I
point.
wish I
It's
would be
so
afraid of my motherfucking kid.
it's to the point, man. You got parents out here that's really happy they child was locked up, man. Instead of 6 feet deep, and that's sad,
Facts.
man. You know what I'm saying? Just the thought about, you know what I'm saying? A mother saying, "Yeah, my son doing life in prison, but I know he's still alive."
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? To me, you doing life in prison, you still dead, nigga.
You dead.
Yeah, you ain't.
You know what
If
I'm
you doing
saying? You
life
just
in prison, nigga, you just waiting to die.
to me, you just society paralyzed, nigga.
That's right.
It's over,
Right.
nigga. You stuck, nigga. That's the way how I see it.
That mouse on that
But
glue trap.
facts.
Right.
And it's just sad, man. It's just sad that we accept as people, we accept the lowest for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers worry about all this other shit and what they could do, man. Just live. Like, I don't give a fuck if a nigga in the shelter or wherever you at, man. As long as you woke up and the next day you did better than what you did yesterday, I
Preach.
respect that.
Preach.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because I've been around niggas who wish they could even just smell the streets
right.
or just see a train
Cut their
station.
motherfucking arm off, nigga, to get home.
Basically, and it's and there's brothers out here, even brothers who came from prison and did time. It's like they get like selective amnesia, where they just forgot that you was in the yard sitting with brothers who wish right now they was in your position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have it,
Fact.
even if nigga you can have $1 bill, nigga, in your pocket, nigga, is a possibility, nigga, you can still make more. Some
Facts.
niggas can't make nothing.
Facts.
And this shit is sad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up when it comes to common sense. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it push us. I fall for it too. I'm gonna keep it real. Sometimes I gotta check myself and be like, yo, China, you can't be doing certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody perfect. As long as I know I did something better than yesterday, and I done help every day, I try to help somebody in some way.
Facts.
Even if it's giving some self-knowledge, something. Give somebody $1, something. I'm giving my deeds for today.
You contributing to humanity.
Basically. And this is where a lot of niggas gotta wake up on. A lot of niggas, they just think it's just about them. Yo, I'm fucked up. How the fuck you fucked up if you lay in your head somewhere? So what? It's a bitch house. So what? It's a shelter, nigga. It's a nigga right now in a cell, a hard ass cell, nigga.
Straight up.
With
love.
ain't nigga moms, nigga ain't getting no commissary, no nothing going through it.
No mail, no nothing.
No mail, no nothing. So sometimes niggas really gotta sit there and appreciate what you have. And I try to do that. The first picture I look at when I wake up, this shit is crazy. The first picture I look at when I wake up, soon as I wake up, my wall is a picture of me and Attica, nigga.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
then it just make me think that, like, yo, it's niggas who's waking up in Attica, China. So how you feel today is a good feeling. Even if you feeling fucked up, it's a great feeling, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you look at it, it's damn near mirroring the image exactly of the motherfucker that's on the other side of the wall. The nigga on the other side of the wall may have a picture sitting in his cell of freedom, and he looking at that every morning. And you waking up looking at the picture of being incarcerated, and that's motivating you to never want to go back to that shit.
Preach.
Yo,
Just like it's
Drake.
motivating them to want to come home to that shit.
Yo, Drake.
Preach.
Drake, you hear me?
Yo, Urban, you there?
Yeah, I was gonna tell him, Dice, that you know the coil, that cardboard for the toilet paper.
He done broke out on this good talk. He's dead for the day. Come back tomorrow, doodoo head.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you know,
John.
you know the coil, that cardboard for the toilet paper.
Yes, sir.
The people trying to talk about that got no family, that got nobody looking out. If you don't give that piece of cardboard back to the CO, you ain't getting no toilet paper, homie.
Come on.
Am I lying, China?
Say that again. I was bugging out.
If you don't turn in that cardboard, that coil for the toilet paper,
toilet paper roll.
if you don't turn that in,
Yeah,
you're not getting a new
you
roll of
miss
toilet
out,
paper, bro.
nigga. You'll be wiping your ass with motherfucking with the mother. When you better rip up a white sheet or something, nigga. That's what you're gonna be wiping your ass with, the state white sheets. It's a fact. Man, listen, I've been through it, nigga. I've been through the loaf. Rackets Allen, naked in the cell, they whooping my ass. Shit, yeah, I was one of them niggas. Them niggas had me going crazy, nigga. I had shit all over my cell. Y'all come up in here and whoop my ass, nigga, and I'm going.
That's right.
I'm one of them niggas. Y'all niggas want to beat the shit out of me. I'm shitting all over this cell, nigga.
That's right.
That's how bugged out I was.
That's how they want to program us to go crazy. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That niggas ain't gonna be just running up in here beating the shit out of me and sliding me all through the walls and all. Nah, come on. Nigga, I got shit all on me, nigga.
Well, guess what?
So this raw shit, this is that raw shit that you need on Big Dice Chronicles.
You already know.
You understand what I'm saying? You
I
need
can
that
kick
fire.
shit. I could kick shit. I could talk with Willie, on platforms like this, man. Every platform ain't full real
It's
talk.
different. That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. That's a fact.
Respectfully, every platform shouldn't. I would never want to copy another nigga's style. Just
That's a
like
fact.
niggas should never try to copy. I want everybody to have their own meeting,
That's
so
a fact.
I could come up there and just be me.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, man.
Fall in love with the light.
At least hit that like button on real shit.
Straight up. Because there's
I
some
wanna appreciate everybody,
young
man.
motherfucker. There's some young motherfuckers out there right now.
Yo,
that's
I'm
either
up off
watching
this.
this
I
right
gotta
now.
get
Yo, China, I'm about to shut it down right now, and I'm pulling over. Everything Glico.
Everything Glico. You already know.
Yo, if y'all don't know, y'all already know. Go over to that 050 and salute. Y'all already know that.
Yeah, what time you going on there, China?
He going on in 30 minutes. He going at 8 o'clock, but we gonna shut it down in a few seconds and get on over there and salute him. I want to thank you, Jais. You already know, baby, from IS 390 to Wingate. We family. My man,
let me tell you.
Calico. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Let me tell you something, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is this energy you putting out there. Don't stop it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
You're gonna have a lot of haters.
I need that. I need that.
Put out in the air, yo. Listen, don't let nobody stop the train, homie. Because
that's a fact.
Right now, you feeding the people. Because that's what I do when I'm up on.
I know
on
that.
Platform,
I want to come up on the platform. I'm waiting for you to tell me.
I'm bringing you up there. I'm bringing you up.
I'm there, bro. You already know that.
But that's what it's about. Because there's a lot of people that's hungry right now, and they need this food, homie.
Yeah, we get this shit back together, man. It's up to us, man. That's the only way we gonna win, y'all. It's a fact. We done did the dumb shit for so long. Yo, if we can't do it for us, let's do it for our great grandkids that's coming up, man.
And you see how honest China was.
That's a fact.
He's telling you that, yo, I'm not gonna do what I do on here, or if I come up on Jai's platform, I'm not gonna do the same thing on 050. That's a different platform.
That's a fact.
So it's respectful.
And people thought that when people found out I had my channel, Ja, not mean to cut you off, they was like, oh, you gonna bring. I said, yo, let me explain something. You heard what China just said? I've always had my own wave and my own lane. But everything is Glico. Y'all dig what I'm saying? If you want that dark side, it's gonna be some times where I might want to get some shit off my motherfucking chest, but I'm gonna do it on the dark side. When we come over here, I'm gonna try to keep it grown and keep us going in that straight direction and getting back together.
So Dice, you see how I run my platform, right?
You know that. Nobody
controls what I do.
Facts. Like me.
This is your house, homie.
That's facts.
I tell
So you
motherfuckers like this,
you
bro.
are the creator of this thing right here, homie. So whatever, however you want things to go, that's how it's gonna go.
That's a fact.
What,
I'm gonna let
what,
God direct me. I'm sitting down. I'm in the wheel. I keep telling people I lost my mother August 17th, 2002. Ever since then, I've been letting God. I've been in the back seat. You dig what I'm saying? I've been letting him drive. You dig?
I say this, man, when it comes to the 050 and how everything moving, right? I look at it like pick one. Fox, CBS, NBC. Are you gonna see them showing one show all day?
That's a fact.
It's all up under the same umbrella, but we need to have different lanes for this reason because we go over there, we party and bullshit, we get it in on some real shit, but we party and bullshit over there. We go to comp and shit, we lay back, we chilling, we drinking, we having fun. We come on here, we discuss certain topics that hit a little harder, but it's supposed to be that because there's some young motherfuckers watching right now or gonna
Facts.
rewatch this shit, and we gonna give them the kind of knowledge they can't get in college.
And that's a fact.
Hey, yo, Big Dice. Before I close out, I want to let all the peoples know on the
Do your
Big Dice
thing, Job. Do your
Chronicles.
thing, man.
Yo, go subscribe to Jace TV, man.
Come on, man. You already know that. What you talking about?
Go subscribe to Jace TV.
The mandatory check-in.
You're gonna see, how we doing it, man. We doing our thing. We trying to change everything that's going on this fucking YouTube.
It's about time.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely trying to put out some fire, and we trying to feed the people, man, because people need it, man.
Facts.
So it's so easy to go hit the subscribe button, like we just saying all through the day. Yo, hit the like. These are simple things.
It's free.
Right.
To get
It ain't
Big
gonna
Dice,
cost you shit.
to get Big Dice in the algorithm, hit the like button.
It's a fact.
It costs
Subscribe.
you
If you're
less
not subscribed,
energy.
go subscribe.
Tell a
It
friend and
costs
tell a
you
friend.
less energy to subscribe and like than it does for you to type a comment.
Facts. Facts.
That's the most least
Salute the
amount of
seven
fucking
guard.
energy.
Salute the seven guard. He just seven guard. You on your seven guard. You should know better, man. You supposed to
Facts.
be subscribed, but you the fam guard.
I'm locked in. I just tapped in for sure. I will
Yo,
say
Cali,
this
tell
And
him
you
my
can
name.
look at it, and you
Cali,
can
tell him
look at
about
the
that, Cali.
content.
That's
You
right.
hear me, Cali? You can look at the content on my
Oh, yeah.
channel, and you can see
I'm looking right
how
now.
everybody do their own thing, their own way. Like how Big Dice, he was up here, he was talking about L Famous, and
Right.
L Famous got his platform,
Facts.
and
Shout
how
out to
L
L
Famous
Famous,
do
man.
his thing.
Right.
So it's different people got their own thing going on. Bro, I don't hate on nobody, homie.
Straight up.
You know why? Because I don't gain anything by hating nobody, bro.
Facts.
Straight up.
YouTube.
You ain't gonna gain nothing positive.
Let me ask you something, Cali. Do you see what's his name? Vlad TV and the dude Adam 22. You see them hating on each other?
Not at all.
Preach.
So
Preach.
and for them dudes not believe me, behind the scenes, Vlad 22, Vlad and Adam 22, them dudes is plotting, and why you think they got millions?
That's right.
Come on, man. Why? Not only why do they got millions, why don't we?
That's right.
No, you know
You know
why? The unity.
what I mean?
We lack
Exacto.
the lack thereof. That's why.
Preach.
Exacto. And that's why I make it a
If
point. There's
if Big
plenty
Dice
of
fuck up,
motherfucking.
if Big Dice do something wrong and he's out of pocket,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna tell him right on the platform. I'm gonna hit Big Dice.
That's what you there for.
Yo,
That's
Big
we
what
gonna
Dice,
you
speak
you was
like
out of
That's a
brothers.
yo,
fact.
you was out of line, homie.
That's a fact, as you should.
Right. But you know what? That's one of the main reasons. It's
Salute,
plenty of
Dark Side.
motherfucking West Coast oriented platforms I can go to, but I come to this one to be that bridge. I come to this one because it is niggas where I'm from that don't understand how much motherfuckers from over there think exactly like us,
Facts.
do exactly like us. I tell motherfucker in a minute, brother, only goddamn difference is the time on the clock, the cars that we drive, and the slang that we use,
That's it.
clothes that we wear, little small punk ass shit like that, bro, which makes us all individual. You feel me? But Brooklyn niggas ain't no more cockier than Oakland niggas. It's all the same thing like a Chinese
Same thing.
last name.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But what we do all equally share is that none of us, and I mean none of us, and that's the reason why it'll never be called cruel and unusual punishment when motherfuckers like China or motherfuckers like you or y'all gotta go through this shit behind these walls. It'll never be considered cruel and unusual punishment because we ain't got the right complexion for affection.
That's a fact.
And the thing is, you hear me, Cali, is all about not promoting the prison shit. Cause I'm one of the people. I'm gonna shoot that shit all the way down, homie.
Word up, I
Cause
want you to
wasn't
get away
cause
from it. I
wasn't
want you
nothing
home.
funny about that.
That's
Wasn't
right.
nothing.
Nothing.
Wasn't
That's what
nothing
I'm
to be
saying.
laughing and joking about with that thing. I lost family members while I was in prison, homie, and that
Straight
shit
up and
still
down.
hurt to this day. So why the
Hell
fuck am
yeah.
I? I'm not gonna sit here and glorify no motherfucking prison.
Dice, what was I just talking about yesterday, man? A
It's a
nigga can
fact.
only be niggas that's institutionalized and don't really look at that shit in that way or don't promote it to these youngsters and they wow, nigga, that ain't never 6 months to a year. You go do that shit on your head. But
And they
Yeah,
don't
but
within
some.
that
understand.
What
6 months in a
about the
year,
dudes that
nigga, if
go in
your
there?
mama die or
Yeah,
your
exactly,
grandmother die, nigga,
exactly,
that shit gonna feel like a comet hit you, nigga. What can you
exactly.
tell a nigga then? Prison still fun? It's still
Facts.
like
Yeah.
boot camp. It's still
What?
like day school because you know everybody there.
But what about the dudes who you saying that? Oh yeah, they only get 6 months to a year, whatever. Some of them in their first 30 days, they hang the
They
fuck up.
done.
Exacto.
They
Exacto.
done.
Because they're
First chance
promoting this
they
shit.
get that belt and they hang up. They get that sheet. They tie that shit to something and they kill themselves. What about that?
Facts.
Did anybody ever peep that interview that Crazy Bone did when he was talking about that meeting slash party that he went to?
I
Nah.
never heard that. Mm-mm.
His executive party, man, where he talking about how he's in here with a bunch of top big wig motherfuckers. You got some big rapper motherfuckers, you got executives, and then you got this group of motherfuckers over here with these suits on that ain't affiliating with no part of the rest of the party. But then when it's time to bring everybody to attention, this is what's being spoken about, that these motherfuckers then invested in a whole bunch of private prisons across America that can be very lucrative. So what we're going to do is that we're going to tell you to start promoting this type of energy, which is going to cater to these kids because I mean shit, motherfuckers been thinking that good guys, bad guys was the shit ever since cops and robbers and cowboys and Indians.
Facts.
You feel me? So I want you to further promote that. We're gonna pull back on the Lauryn Hillish type of vibe, and we don't want
That's
to hear
right.
the poor righteous teachers like that
But you ain't gonna
anymore.
get that. You never, when you said that, first thing I thought about when you said the Lauryn Hill thing, we have yet to see somebody pick up that banner and really shine. You know why? Because they wouldn't allow it.
We won't. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We're not
They,
gonna have nobody. You ever heard of the one? You ever heard of what's her name? Dice. You ever heard of the Rhapsody?
Rhapsody. Oh yeah, she
yeah,
nice. Hell yeah.
yeah.
That's Busta Rhymes' baby mom, right?
I ain't know that. Yeah, but she nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but like somebody like her, they won't allow to blow up, man.
Because of
You
her
not.
Right.
You know
consciousness.
why? You know why, Dice? The lyrics, you're not saying nothing nasty enough,
Her
and you're not
consciousness.
dressing, and you're not dressing provocative.
That's right.
Exacto.
You're
The
not
only
distracting them from thinking.
female, the only female, and shout out to Lauryn Hill, but it's another female that I can add to that name, which is always in my not fuck top five. She's always in my top three females of all time when it comes to hip hop and being one of the most influential hip hop artists. And that was Missy Elliott. And she didn't have
Facts.
to show the crack of her ass.
Yo,
She
That's
that's a
a
didn't have
fact.
to
fact.
push her titties up. She didn't have to talk about swallowing dicks and busting nuts and all of that shit.
It's a
You
fact.
feel me? But how often do they promote that to show these young women out here that you can
Nah, I
be more
can't
than
let you get
just
away with that though, Callie. She got some lyrics where she did say some nasty shit.
just no. I'm not gonna say that she didn't say some nasty shit in
But
her lyrics,
she's one of the greatest of all time.
But remember, they
but
always had that B side. It was an A
but
side, then it was a B side.
but the majority of what she promoted was dancing, partying, having
Yeah,
fun,
that's a fact.
being different, fashion forward. It was
That's right.
never really on the Little Kim hardcore.
Facts.
And
You
she,
know what I'm saying?
when I think about Missy though, Callie, what I say to
Mhm,
myself is this: she was the first female that I saw besides Latifah that
mhm.
learned the game after getting jerked when she was down with the dude Devontae Swing jerked her, right, Dice,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
from Jodeci.
Uh-huh.
yeah. Jerked all
So
them little
I
niggas over there.
jerked a whole bunch. Genuine, all of them got jerked. But what happened was she learned the business, and she was like she been multi-millionaire over 20 something years now.
Hmm.
Shit, they're in the
She been
30s.
got her. She been had her money together and
Stacked up.
all her
Hmm.
publishing and all that together. When a lot of people that we can name them over and over and over, they can't come closer when we talk about the paper.
Facts.
Right. It's another female that's from down south, and she gets slept on a lot. And I think she gets slept on because she's not willing to sleep with. and that's why they don't promote her like that. But her name is 3D Natee, Natee.
I
She's
never
from
heard
up
of her.
out. She's from up out of New Orleans,
I never heard
bro.
of her. I'm gonna look her up.
Bro, when I tell you that this female, I mean, she write her own shit. She shoots and directs her own videos, and she's done a lot of shit. She's done a lot of fucking shit for her to not be where she should be. But again, the powers that be don't look like us. The motherfuckers that really control this shit don't look like us. They don't give a
Facts.
fuck about the talent because they didn't trick the talent so far into thinking that you're expendable. Why you think they got niggas on a hamster wheel so much right now to where you got to damn near drop 30 albums with 90 songs on each album every fucking year?
That's a fact. They make $3.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, my nigga, y'all don't really understand what y'all worth. Yeah, you're not the executive, but without you, they don't move.
Facts.
Gas will never cost as much as a fucking Rolls Royce, but the Rolls Royce ain't going nowhere without that fucking gas.
Ain't going nowhere without
That's
that
a
gas,
fact.
brother.
Guys, before I close out, right? I just wanted to say this to you. I wanted to spread this and send this message your way. You're gonna have a lot of people that they're gonna know where the hate gonna come from as well.
Talk to me.
Because like you connected to D-Seps, you was out there in the hood, you was in the streets and all that. So some people was gonna be upset that they wasn't in your shoes.
Facts. Preach.
That they didn't live the way you did. So they're gonna be upset with you that you have stories to tell.
Facts. Nightmares too.
I think I mentioned that
So
on El Compass shit.
that come with the YouTube shit, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, the El Compass shit. I mentioned that.
That's right.
When you think about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they were some of the greatest basketball players that ever played the game. And that's the reason why they were hated so much. Because
That's a
of
fact.
them, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's going to the Hall of Fame without a ring.
Facts.
They wasn't hated because they was
that's a
trash. They was hated because they was good at what the fuck they did.
Patrick Ewing. He killed my man.
You feel
Facts.
every time.
They killed my man. They broke my heart with Patrick Ewing, son.
Come on, man. Charles Barkley, John Stockton. It's motherfuckers that's out here that done put up numbers that'll never go to the Hall of Fame with a piece of jewelry. Because he did not they were that better.
That's a fact.
So when you're getting hated on, it's not because of what you're doing, it's what they're not able to stop you from doing.
That's a fact. And that's a fact. But I keep good brothers like y'all around me and keep them in my ear. So, and I put God first every day, every way I walk. So everything else falls in line. When I ain't really put God first, like I tell people, I didn't believe in God. But I'm telling y'all right now, that shit is so real. He or she. That shit is so real, man. For real.
Well, I don't consider myself no West Coast nigga. I consider myself an Oakland nigga.
Talk that shit, boy.
From the West Coast. But
07 God, I got some stories too I'm going to tell.
But
I got a couple of stories I'm
everybody.
going to tell about rum. And matter of fact, I'm going to drop a message with that too because people fail to realize 2 years ago, I lost rum. It's going on 2 years. Rum got killed by the police in Bushwick. People don't really know the real story behind that.
I heard about that.
That shit breaks my heart, man. That shit breaks my heart. And I did an interview for St. Laz, Ja, on Rumble. And what you said made me laugh, Ja, because I wish I'd have been in tune or connected to you back then, because when I dropped that shit with Rum, it was so many D-Sep cats that didn't have a real story. See, Rum was my friend. See, a lot of people was D-Sep.
I want to hear that same joint on your platform, boy.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, I'm gonna modify it and bring it back because it's a message, man. We gotta learn, bro. We gotta learn. I miss Rum so much, and the bulk part is, unfortunately, Rum got killed by the police banging out with people, and Rum just signed his modeling career, man. Rum was about to be a model, man. Yeah. Rest in peace, Megatron, man. Rest in peace, Rumble, man. Rest in peace, Bear. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to all my D-Sep cats.
Salute to the D-Seps, man.
Word up. Rest in peace, China Rob. You dig what I'm saying? Who China was talking about on the platform. Yo, Calico, let people know what you're working on for your platform, for what they're supposed to be looking out for.
Because they used to go to war with they was going to war with my hood at one point. Y'all was going to war with my hood at one point in time, Dice, with Vanderveer.
Yo, we went to war with everybody. Yo, Jais, you know how stupid I was? The bug part is you familiar, so you know what I'm talking about. I used to mess with a girl named Melissa, and she lived on St. John's and Underhill. on the Autobots block. My dumb ass went over there for about 3 months. But the bug part about it is a lot of the Autobot dudes that knew me from the street and heard about me from the street, they have no problems with me. And they knew they couldn't really do certain things by themselves because back then, I kept that thing with me, man. Where I went, it went. I ain't want no problems, but I kept a pocket rocket or something that'll get you up off me. You dig what I'm saying?
That
For
shit
real,
is
I
so
definitely kept something to get you
crazy.
up off me, man. I ain't want
See,
no
like
problems.
where I'm from, bro, that shit, those two words hold meanings that's a world away from like where I'm from. If I said I turn a nigga into an Autobot,
Salute to Jai Ace. Y'all go over there and
that's
shit and subscribe to my man Jai Ace, man.
no doubt, no doubt. When we say we turned the nigga into an Autobot, that mean basically, nigga, we didn't kill him, but we paralyzed him.
That's right.
We put him in a
I got
wheelchair.
that.
You feel me?
I
Like
got that.
Decepticon is what some niggas call transsexuals. Like
Oh
nigga,
shit.
that's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
That's a man in
Oh, I
disguise.
got that.
But
I understand. Yeah. I
you get
got
what
you. I
I'm
got you.
saying? It's
Yeah.
just that's why I was like, damn. But it's crazy because you can have different meanings from different places, but it'll be the same word. You know what I mean?
OG Sonny
Like I
Blanco, man. I didn't even know you was in the building. Salute, Sonny. You missed a great one, but you can go back and check it. We about to pull on over to the 050 and check China and see what's
yeah,
going on. We was good over here. We're going to get dark right now. You dig?
yeah, we finna push to the dark side in a minute. What I got under construction right now is gonna be called the Rare Sense Show because common sense just ain't that fucking common. Well, we're gonna touch on topics like the one we're talking about today.
That's a
Also,
fact.
but I'm a lean heavy towards because I ain't really not the music news, but the music fan. Just a fan
Facts.
of the music. Like, let's talk about the history of our music. Let's talk about different things that got to do with the music. I think I'm gonna bite down onto that because
That's a
it's a lot
fact.
of other topics that's already covered. So I'm gonna go that route
That's a fact.
and bridge the east
Everybody
with
that
the
pulled
west.
up in the building, yo, I love y'all so much. I'm telling you, like I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Shout out to 050 China Brand for pulling up in the building. Shout out to
No
my
doubt.
man Urban Articles. Go over there and subscribe to his page. You
No
already know
doubt.
Calico, Brooklyn to Oakland. Ain't nothing going
No,
on but love. You dig what I'm saying?
no,
Everybody in the
no.
chat, I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm gonna put this up like this one time. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up being somebody other than me? Salute, y'all.